Welcome my fellow creatives. Today I'm starting a new series called The Successful Fine Artist, and I'm gonna be sharing with you case studies from my current clients as well as the insights that I learned while working as an art director at the Next Level Experience. Today we're gonna be looking at personal branding. First thing you want to know about marketing is that you are investing your resources where the attention of the world is, and that is your cell phone, the internet, and social media networks like Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. Even big names and corporations are making that switch because you don't get the same results as you used to when advertising on television, newspapers, and banners. So let's get started. Why personal branding? So here's what's happening in today's era. Because the internet is so saturated with ads, we already been conditioned not to click on them and just avoid them altogether. We don't like companies to sell and promote their products on our face, especially when we are browsing through our content in social media. Think about the last time you purchased a product. Probably it was because you saw someone in the internet, on YouTube or Facebook actually playing with it and doing a review, and you actually took that recommendation and go ahead and purchase a product. This is called an influencer. And this is your goal with personal branding. You want to become an influencer. You want to be that go-to artist that people go whenever they need a piece of advice. I'll give you a real scenario. I took a couple of painting lessons this summer with my friend Ed Vasquez. He's a well-known painter from the Dominican Republic. 20 years of experience, so if I actually wanted to start painting, I knew that he was my artist to go to. So we went to the store, Michael's, we grabbed a couple of materials and I started painting. I didn't buy directly from the brand because I didn't even know the brand, but I know my friend who uses that brand and he recommended that brand to me in order to get started. And I took that advice because I see his quality of work. From this example, there are two potential opportunities. He can make a video of essential materials that every artist needs on their studios. Then sign up for Amazon affiliates and start making some passive income. And the other option is because his advice is so valuable, he could offer a mentorship program on his website. He could generate some extra income while tutoring and teaching some of his techniques to other artists. Now this takes me to point number 2, choosing a social media platform. Here is the hard reality. No one is gonna discover your work just because you are talented. You need to promote your work daily in social media. And here is where a lot of artists are missing the boat. People in general don't take social media platforms seriously enough, and that's the problem. People don't realize that they have millions of people consuming content daily for entertainment, for education, for inspiration, and that could be you. Ideally, you want to have 2 social media platforms, one where you are keeping in touch with people, like for example Instagram or Facebook, where you are sharing like work in progress, some of your current art exhibitions, and some personal work here and there, which is great because people want to know what you're up to. And then you want to have a YouTube account. And again, I want to share with you 2 great case studies on why you need to have a YouTube account. 1 year ago, I filmed a documentary about my friend Jose Juan. And every time we catch up, he always tells me that he got a lot of business because of that video. It was a mini documentary telling his story and it ended up with a message of inspiration. That video is serving him to start getting gigs outside of the US. He's traveling, he's doing a lot of great things with his band, and it was because of a simple video. And this is crucial. I believe every artist should have an introduction video on your YouTube account because of that reason. If people don't know you, they want to know your story. They want to know what you are all about. My second case study was my friend Pablo Caviedes. Again, another really well-known artist, 25 years of experience. I believe he invested about 6 years working on his latest project On The Map. So he reached out to me and wanted to make a documentary video so he can promote the entire series and the entire concept. It ended up being a great success, and because he's a very influential artist, he told me like really important people back in Ecuador and around the world watched it and they loved it. And of course this is now translating into gallery exhibitions, press attention, and the possibility to selling their artwork to potential collectors. I also want to emphasize that this video was promoted through social media because Pablo has built a community on his personal Facebook account. People shared the video, they left comments to congratulate him, and keep in mind that he is 45 years old. I emphasize this because you are not too old to jump into the social media game. It is necessary for everyone. Facebook and Instagram are now your business card. People don't carry business card anymore. I don't know if you ever gone to a networking event, they give you the card and you throw it away. Although, when you connect with people through Facebook or Instagram, chances are that you're gonna interact and keep in touch with that person. If you have already chosen your social media platforms, the next thing you want to do is build content. So that's my point number 3. You need to start creating content in a regular basis. I believe every artist must purchase a camera. You must document every activity that you do in the regular basis, not only as the behind the scenes of your process, but whenever you're having an art exhibition, you have to have a record of all these activities, because in the future you can use all this material for documentary work, for interviews, for press releases. It is a must. I started as a graphic designer. I wasn't a photographer or a filmmaker, but because I wanted to tell my story, because I wanted to share the behind the scenes process of my fine art photography work, I purchased a camera. I started to learn from the internet and I started to build content because I wanted to share my journey as an artist. We live in a great era where technology has become really affordable for everyone. So there's really no excuse to purchase a camera, and there are really good cameras out there that will get you the best quality possible. I'm only gonna give you one recommendation, and trust me, it took me a while to make this decision, but the best hybrid camera for photography and video is the Sony a6500. We own this camera at the agency and we use it for commercial work, and I recently traded my Nikon D750 for a Sony a7R II, which is a full frame camera. Having the a6500 and a full frame camera, those two make a great combo. And don't get me wrong, the Nikon D750 is an amazing camera. I actually miss it sometimes, but the reason I switched, it was because the unique features you find in Sony cameras that you wouldn't find on Nikon or Canon. And the other reason is because we travel a lot, so we're always making content, and these cameras are so light. These are cameras that you could even take them in your pocket. They are so light and compact compared to DSLR cameras. I'm aware that there are more affordable cameras out there, but the great thing about this camera is that you have features that usually you only find in more expensive cameras. Now, if you're in a really low budget, I recommend the a6000. It's just an older version of the a6500. Of course, the features are not the same. There are several improvements on the a6500, but right now the a6000 is going for about $600, so you're saving a lot of money and you're still getting a decent camera for photography and video work. The other limitation of this camera is that it doesn't have a mic input. You can attach an external microphone, but it has to be a Sony microphone. My recommendation is save a little more for the a6500 and you'll be glad that you made that decision. So here are the key takeaways from this video. Remember that marketing basically means investing your resources where the attention of people is at the moment. So right now that is in your phone and on the internet. Personal branding. Your goal with personal branding as an artist is to become an influencer. Your experience is very valuable to other people. You start creating video tutorials, recommended products, and even offering mentorship programs for any other artist that wants to learn from your craft. Sign up for Amazon affiliates. This is how you're gonna start making some passive income. Choose a social media network and be active daily. No one's gonna discover your work. You have to do the work, promote it every day, and remember that you are not too old for social media. At some point you have to have an introduction video in your YouTube channel. There are several good things that could happen from having an introduction video, including making sales of your artwork, getting press attention, and also reaching out to potential collectors. Social media presence matter. Remember that Facebook and Instagram are now your business cards. And finally, you need a camera that allows you to make content daily. Get a Sony a6500, or if you're in a low budget, you can get the Sony a6000 and get really good results as well. If you want to keep up with this series, hit the subscribe button, leave your comments below if you have any questions, and share this video with your creative friends. This is PH Daniel Sanchez, See you next time.